I've seen the trailer and I've sort of, that's my prep process. I keep watching the trailer over and over and over again to like immerse myself into the experience. Obviously, there's a lot going on in the film, and I know there's not that is revealed at the moment. But what I saw is that there's a lot of elements in the film that could have been like physically and emotionally grueling for actors. Were there any parts during the filming process that sort of pushed you beyond your comfort zone during the filming process? And I do have a follow-up question, but I would want you to take it away from this one.
For me, if I have to say,
I mean, he spent
I,
175 days, so he has gone through the whole ordeal of every moment of the film, and you've seen the
Yeah.
visuals. Surya, come on.
it was only joy. We only went back home with a lot of happiness because of the crew and the cast whom we worked with. And every day, for the cameraman, for the director, for the actor, we have not created a similar frame or an experience or that visual in the past 27 years. So every day we went back home with a lot of satisfaction. Okay, we have captured this. Okay, this is going to be an Indian cinema. Are we going to actually give our audience all this experience? So every day it was a challenge, but it was a sweet challenge. We were able to pull it off well, I would say. It was a whole unit was like almost 3,000 people, but Shiva had only four ADs, four assistant directors,
Mm.
and it was a quiet set, and there was no confusion. He exactly knew what he had to can. There was no like, no one more angle and one more take, and let's no again try another no camera moment. He was being an editor from the age of 13, and then he became a cinematographer, and he also was a gold medalist, and he has also been a cameraman, cinematographer for the longest time, 40, 50 films, and this is his 10th film. So he's a pro in green mat shoots and everything. So he had complete control over the craft. So the writing also, we actually got our scene papers or dialogue papers that day morning. We knew everything about the film, but the exact lines we were actually given before we went and stood in front of camera, and that's how he wanted us to be as fluid and as candid as possible. He didn't want us to rehearse or come with a template or a regular pattern, which maybe you would have not done in our earlier films, a regular emotion which is comfortable for you, which you will prepare and come. So he used to break the rhythm, and he used to like get it as real as possible, keep it as real as possible. So challenges, sweat, it was all happening, but we completely enjoyed it. Whenever you're pushed out of your comfort zone, you evolve as a little better actor, or there's a growth within. I think I experienced that.
I think every actor grows with every movie he does, you know, and this second inning of mine, I have done some work and which is just making me so happy and I kind of feel so I don't feel completely satisfied, but it takes you to that point where you feel that satisfaction that, oh, I could do this. I didn't know. I surprised myself. It was tough doing this film because I mean, he spent more hours doing all the makeup and everything, and I spent around it started with 2 hours, then it became 1.5 hours. And but every time I put on the whole outfit with all the prosthetics and everything, I suddenly saw my character Udhiran in front of me, in the mirror, and it was like half a battle won for me in that sense, because the appearance does make a lot. It creates the character to look more real. And yes, there was a lot of dust, storm fans, smoke, and but you know what the best part is for actors is that we go through all this, but we're doing what we love. So we don't feel the toughness of where we are and what conditions we are working in. It's just that
Mm.
we get so satisfied and we feel so happy when we see the end result, and that's what filmmaking is all about. So it was tough, but it was fun. I mean, my eyes were watering for the next 4 months. Finished shooting the film. My nose kept running for like 4 months, but I was just like, it doesn't matter. I'm okay.
It's all part of it.
All part of it. And working with
Yeah.
Shiva, he is such an amazing guy.
Yeah.
We just spoke about him. I mean, he's been working since the age of 13, and he's so passionate about what he wants to do. His vision is just amazing,
Mm.
and he promised me when I'm on set, I'll be always happy, and for actors to be in an environment which is totally, different away from home, to feel at home is the most important thing when you start work. And I felt so much at home. And he told me I'll always be happy. And every day I spent 22 days on this filming, and I was happy. There were 3,000 people working on this production, and
Yeah.
the way he behaved, interacted with every one of them. He was so in control without screaming or getting irritated. And all the people in the unit wanted to give their best to him, because there was a lot that went into this film production. And I think that was
Yeah.
amazing. Everyone, and working with Surya, I mean, we had an amazing time together, bonding, because we're very family oriented, both of us. And that brought us closer even faster. And I still remember the first day I walked on the set and the way they all greeted me. And then that was it, I just felt like, oh, I was always here with them, all those 170 days they shot. And we
That
shared.
was actually, sorry, I'm cutting you off, but that was actually my follow-up question. From day one of a production like this to the last day, how is your mindset changed on a film like this? Because, and the reason why I'm asking this is because when I saw the trailer, I kind of was reminded of Kantara because I felt like Kantara was also sort of trying to find balance between nature and human, right? And I'm not really sure if Kanguva does that because I was trying to dig deeper and find some connections. But if the story is so powerful and the themes are so powerful, does that also do you take away something from it? Not the audience, but what do you take away from it from day one to the last day of shoot?
Well, I think he's taken a lot from it because he spent 175, 180 days. I just had 22 days, and I think for me, every moment spent on that set is a memory I'll always cherish, because you as actors, you go work, you bring out this character, and then I don't take it back with me.
Mm,
You learn a lot as an actor, but yeah, I was li living in a world which was not real because it was going to be all VFX.
yeah.
It was all blue screen behind you. So when I see the same visuals with all the special effects done, I'm like, wow, I was there, I was like really there. And when I was working on it, it wasn't like that. So
Yeah.
it's like you feel like a little child who gets so excited when they see the end product. And I think Surya has a lot more to say about it.
Uh,
Please do.
I think I would say as a character and as a working experience is what I would like to recall. Um, as a character, I would say like the way Kanguva, the character, he stands for his word. When there's a promise, it's actually a promise, and how far he can go to keep up his promise was beautiful to know, to read, to be, and to watch. What how things can be beautiful. Of course, what is he losing and what is he gaining, and yeah, the most purest form of love is forgiveness. And I think none of the recent films I've been a part of has spoken in elaborate form, at length about forgiveness. And this film also kind of speaks about it. And I think a lot of people will connect with it.
Mm.
As part of the film, those moments will always live with me. It is family you make. When making a film, you give a piece of your life. It's more like almost year and a half you work with the same crew, and you kind of learn few things from the crew, from the cast. From my dear brother here, so it's like an elder brother who went abroad to US to do a degree, and after 4 years, now I'm meeting him. Literally, I felt like that. No, like we knew each other for the past 20, 30 years, and from the day he proposed to his wife, and the day I met my wife, what my kids are doing, no, everything was like completely shared. It was like an open book. It took
Yeah.
just 15, 20 minutes, and we just opened our hearts and we just spoke about each and every aspect of life, and that's how we really bonded on the sets. And particularly with my director Shiva, it's a unit of almost 3,000 people every day. The time is important. The Mother Nature should be kind to us. Sometimes it can be like a completely cloudy, misty, and we can't even see each other 10 feet away, or it might be completely raining, and the everyday budget is like it's a big bomb. No, we don't want that to go wrong for the producer. He always had this word in mind. So, எல்லாமே நன்மைக்கு, எல்லாம் நல்லதே நடக்கும். Everything is happening is for the good. And it
Mm.
actually happened that way. And when he was calm and when he was positive with his mind, that energy was passing through 3,000 people, and we were like patiently waiting. And suddenly one ray of hope, like one the sun will come for 20 minutes, and we were able to film that entire
Film.
sequence. Actually, we got even more beautiful magical shots because the whole film was also like shot without lights. Even for a night sequence,
Oh,
it was only
okay.
firelit. So the entire day sequence and the night sequence, we were doing it without, and we were completely dependent on the nature. And his way of handling things, if something is going wrong, or he will never let anybody upset him or irritate him. He always says, never give that license to him to upset you, sir. Like, no. So these are like sometimes life philosophies or learnings which also you get when work with the
Yeah,
right.
along the project. That's amazing. Last question. Last time when we interviewed, this was I don't remember what it was, a web series that you had just finished.
Ashram.
Um, which one?
Ashram.
Nay, after Ashram. Was an Ashram
It
with
was
Sanya
love.
and
It
Vikrant.
was
Love
Love Host.
Hostel.
It was a
Yes, that
movie.
was
Yeah.
love. So I'd asked you a question then, and that question is still relevant today. Are you the new and the most favorite villain in Indian cinema? Seems
Well,
like it.
the amount of love I've been getting thanks to OTT platform. I mean it.
Mm,
Actors try to do different kind of roles, but you never get those opportunities. But the OTT platform allowed me to do that, and it started with Class of '83, then I did Ashram, then I did Love Hostel. And I think quite a then your work starts speaking for you because no one imagined Bobby Deol from Gupt or from Dunya Hasino Ka Mela doing all this.
exactly.
So
Yeah.
it kind of gave me another, chance to prove myself. And then Sandeep Reddy Vanga just changed my life with Animal. I mean, when I was told I'm not going to speak, I'm like, okay, fine. I was looking for something out of my comfort zone. This is totally out of my comfort zone.
Yeah.
But it kind of brought the best out of me, you know.
Amazing. And now you've gone into a tribe and you're playing another dark
Yeah, I know
character.
the whole thing is you do get typecasted once
Yeah.
box office helps. I mean, people look at the box office and give you characters which, okay, this actor suits this role, give him that. But I am breaking it. I'm doing films. I've done a film with Anurag Kashyap just recently, and
Mm.
that's totally different. Then I'm doing a couple of and there's another Tamil film and there's two Telugu films, and I'm doing another film which I can't mention right now. So it's life is beautiful, and the kind of love I'm getting, everybody just keeps blessing me and wishing me the best. So I'm truly blessed.